What's up, YouTube world? It's your boy J Dub, the number one comment on YouTube, and I'm back with another review. Today, I will be reviewing Put a Ring on It. This is season 4, episode 8, and the title is called The Gifts. And before I get started, for those who are new to my channel, I do detailed reviews of reality shows. I try to pick out the most important details I think that you'll be interested in, or pick out some details you may have not noticed. And as I said in my intro, I am YouTube's number one commenter. So when you on this channel, our channel, I need you in the comments, point blank, period, all of that. So let's just go ahead and hop into the review and knock this one on out. We'll put a ring on it. Put a ring on it has a trend. They love to go to be continued because normally they leave off in the prior group session with Dr. Stacy. So we pick it up, and Joya says she wants to go on a second date with the flamingo man Luther, and Jasha's kind of clowning Joy, like being so fascinated by flamingos, like, oh, flamingos, like giving her Bill Cosby eyes and all that. People laughing and clowning, and with that, I don't know if I agree with Dr. Stacy's approach. I don't have that degree in doctor psychology, whatever. But the fact of the matter is, it seems like Dr. Stacy is going to force a feeling out of you that she feels you're feeling. So, um, is the point where she asked Jason, like, how do you feel about, her wanting to go on a second date and loving the flamingo guy? Well, I'm not really tripping. I'm confident when I got. See, now that's it. That's it. So you're not really feeling. We need a true feeling from you to know that you're hurt and bothered by by Joya loving the flamingo man. And Jasha was like, okay, I was uncomfortable. Like she did, Dr. Stacy did the same thing with Ricky. It feels forced. So pretty much out of all the group, Ricky, Jasha, and Jasmine, they're all going on new dates because they declined to go on additional dates with their previous dates. So Jasmine, she's having her first date, and I don't know about this guy. He looks like a character, especially the way he's speaking. Like it's the Josie Wells experience. Like he sound like he hooked on that clout. I'm not sure. And for those who don't know, back in the day, Josie Wells is an old movie, or old western that Clint Eastwood was in or whatever. So I'm guessing he banking on that people ain't gonna really know who that is and just make it sound catchy. Oh yeah, who you? I'm Josie Wells. I don't know. It's a little suspect, and especially he got that little trendy man bag on. I hate those things. The man purse. But Josie Wells takes Jasmine out for ice skating, and I was really surprised how well their date went. Like in real life, no fake life. The conversation was good. They had great chemistry, and even Jasmine's little dolphin laugh was cute. She like, it was funny for one because it's usually annoying to me. But Jasmine revealed some information that I was not aware of. Maybe y'all knew about it, but she was saying there's an issue in her and Zay's relationship because Zay's been pump faking of talking about her getting married, of them getting married. And Jasmine saying, like, guess what? I'm good. Like, he don't gotta do that. He ain't gotta promise me that. And Josie Wells pretty much assessed, like, well, maybe he believes that's what you want, so he kind of put it in front of you. And that makes perfect sense. Like, along with like how um Zay is giving a 49-year-old woman a promise ring or whatever, but not really committing to her. I'm sure he wants to keep her around, but will he truly commit? Give up the butt naked car wash, after the lights go off. I don't know. But Joya, she's really enjoying her second date with Luther. And Jasha has a new date with a young lady named Soraya. Now, Jasha says Soraya is like very similar to Joya. Like she's a real estate agent. They're like the same size. They're both beautiful. They both love to travel and all of that. But the difference is with Soraya that Soraya wasn't. She doesn't want any kids or any additional kids unless her husband wants one. I'm like, there you go, Jasha. Didn't you say she pretty much match up to Joya? So what? Soraya got maybe one more kid, but she don't want no more. So I don't know. I think she looked better than Joya since we're comparing like Jasha. But Joya's second date with the Flamingo Man went even better than the first because I mean, I'm starting to see as a pattern. Joy at this point is she, she with the sexual innuendos, or she take things to a next level, and it ain't just her date. She want to see Luther's chest on both sides, let her get a little peek, a good look, and all of that. Like you would die if Jasha did half of that, but it's all good for you. But I gotta say this: in this date, like Luther, like hit a home run. He presented Joy with such a unique gift. It was actually a flamingo painting, and it was very interesting because the flamingo was integrated in the New York Yankee sign, and it was put on a canvas of turquoise, which is her favorite color. Like this man had one date with her, and he tapped into all of those things. That shows he was listening. He also presented her with a well thought out gift. Like Joya like melted in the palm of his hands, and I got it because he really touched her. So that was really cool. Um, so we're looking at Zay. He goes on a second date with I forgot his date named Kiera or something, and she's a nice looking young lady. I just was a little distracted by her triple layer eyelashes or whatever. And I think Zay is attracted to her. I don't think he's going to allow himself, just as the other dates that he has. He just won't allow himself to really participate in the process because he doesn't want to go anywhere. He wants Jasmine, so certainly he's just gonna like kind of hold back. I don't know what Jasmine sees in him. I don't know what his new date see in him because he barely forms a sentence and it seems pretty irritating. Even just to listen. So let's go with Kat. Kat goes on her third date with her fiance Marcus, and Marcus comes off. He comes off like really comes on much stronger even from the last date. I don't know how you can get even more stronger like when you start eating chicken wings out the lady's cleavage. And it kind of reminds me of like the love bombing method. Like it's like Marcus is selling Cat a dream. Like I'll fill in all the blanks. We can leave tonight on a plane. Actually, I got your ticket right here. Go ahead and put it in your pocket. You don't have to go back to Ricky's parents' house. Just come with me. I have everything you need. I already have a house, a car in your name, and anything you need. I got $100,000 in the bank with your name on it, all that. And I got you a job at State Farm, with one of my offices in Dallas, and I bought you a salon. Like Catherine, like, oh wow, this guy is coming on strong. He's like pouring it on thick. And at this point, like I said, it's something about Marcus I just don't quite trust. I really don't do that. I really don't think so. But at this point, the way the game that Marcus is spitting at Captain, I'm surprised he didn't pull out a contract and be like, sign right here, please. He ready to lock it down. He ain't playing. So Ricky goes on a date with this older lady named Kay, and I know this ain't no date. This can't be a real date. It's disguised as a therapy appointment, but it's at night. There was zero chemistry. It was more like it came off like an interview or whatever. And I'm surprised Kay ain't give Ricky her business card, for her psychology practical office study or what. I don't know what was going on. It just wasn't right. They didn't even go for dinner. They went for like ice cream. And even Ricky he straight up asked Kay for some advice, like she's a life coach. And I'm thinking like he get ready to try to get to the bottom of something going on with him and Catherine. He asking about Sheila, like, you think that was wrong for me to get fed with a fork? Like Ricky, you can answer that, I forgot one of his dates pretty much said like it's just as intimate as a kiss now. Don't play dumb now. But he might be that dumb. I don't know. But Ricky didn't go on a date. They short him around this time. So we see Joya. She comes home with her gift. She got like a single rose. She got her flamingo painting, and she's smiling from ear to ear. She is so happy. But Jace is always going to try to play it cool. He can see something's different about his woman. And I, speaking of the little details, I absolutely hated that um deer sweater that Jasha had on. Normally, I like little cool stuff like that like Ralph Lauren make or whatever, but that wasn't it. I didn't like that. And he had some suede um some suede mid-cut boots. Yeah, that wasn't it. But anyway, um, Joya continued to just dote over the wonderful gifts that the flamingo man gave her, and like in real life, it speaks to Joya's love language because like Luther gets her in just one date, and like I said, Jasha's playing cool, but his cage is absolutely rattled. He should be concerned. Like, not that I don't think that she's gonna leave Jasha for Luther, but like he really showed her that like somebody can really care about you and really pay attention and all of that kind of stuff. So she's in trouble. So we go to the group session. Um, Jasmine shares about her date and just like saying like how she loved how he was so attentive and paid like so close attention to her. And at this point, Zay is really showing the lack of self awareness in this thing because in real life, Jasmine is telling him all the answers that he needed. But what Zay does, he'll just agree, like, oh yeah, I can change, I can do that, and then in the same breath, be like, well, yeah, I improved on, having my phones on, but Jasmine want to talk about 8 or 9 things. I got some other things going on. Like, you don't have time to talk to your woman when y'all getting up or she going to work or something like that. Like, come on now, like you so into her, you so about her, but you're irritated that she wants to speak to you about something. I mean, you should be lucky she wants to speak to you or even deal with you. I just don't. Even Jazz didn't buy like, oh, I don't really believe it. I'm not. I'm a believer when I see it, kind of thing. Dr. Stacy's like, I believe him. I believe him. I believe him. Like, okay, you know. Now Dr. Stacy pretty much, her like her approach I think it's just like some foolishness because at this point she's like coddling Zay at this point. So now she's agreeing that Zay, I guess, has the right for Jasmine not to talk to him in the morning so much because he got so much going on in his mind. And it reminds me of that in that Spelman College method that Dr. Stacy uses, about when people have disagreements. So at this point, Zay got his way and Jasmine got her way, and then y'all got to do it this way in the middle. Like, okay, Stacy, you a genius. My God. Somebody get me, I got to say it. Somebody get me Dr. Nicole's number. I'm going to start a petition and I'm getting her back. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I ain't want to say it, y'all. I ain't want to look in the past, look back. I need her back. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. So Catherine, she's out planning her wedding date with Marcus, and I mean, like, just like she was just speaking in the group of just saying how she gets really emotional about her being disrespectful because really Marcus brought it to her attention that men need respect, and she's not respectful at all times. And I get it because I don't, in real life, I don't think Catherine sees Ricky as a person to respect. And like I said, she got really bothered by it. I don't know if she was struggling with her demons, like dealing with the smoky demon that she has because from her childhood trauma, or she's really getting ready to break up with Ricky. She's going through it, and you can tell. But Ricky is Ricky. He didn't even comfort the lady. He was just like, yeah, yeah, I understand her. Yeah, that's your buddy, that's your friend. You understand her, but like, be there for your woman, because he's absolutely not there for her like that. But the crazy part is Ricky tried to have like a moment of clarity, thinking like, I understand exactly where Cat is in this, whatever. I used to be in there. I used to have those insecurities, but like pretty much I'm healed, and Catherine is the one who needs to get the healing. And Catherine in the confession, like, no, he didn't do that. Ricky got plenty to work on, but he thinks he's my superhero, but it really ain't like that. Ricky ain't filling in the gaps, like Marcus said. So at this point, like, it looks like it might be a wrap. I think Marcus kind of got in her head. That's what she probably think about all day. And Jaysha talked about his date and just like how pretty much he went out with Joya's cousin. They were like pretty much the same thing, but he also said some very important words like it was scary and it's weird. If I think he felt the pressure thinking like, "Oh wow, I can still have Joya, but I don't have to have no more kids." So, that's the thing, but I'm thinking like, wow, the show is giving you out, Jason. Jay should get out, but he want to drag Joya as long as he can till she like 42, 45 years old and be like, you know what? I don't want to have no more kids. And she like, know what? I can't have no more kids. But anyway, on the last segment, I really enjoyed this because I mean it was like crystal clear. It was transparency at its finest. Joya talks about her second date, Luther, and tells Dr. Stacy about the intentional flamingo painting that he did, and Dr. Stacy mouth hit the ground. Like she was like, wow, like he really went out like that. And like I said, to me, the matchmakers here or the experts who put a ring on it need to go on over to Married at First Sight because they need your help bad. Because I think they do a great job in putting these people together. Granted, are they open to really seeing these people or appreciating? I don't know so much, but they know how to match people up. I can tell you that. And Joya, she really appreciated the gift. And at this point, like she broke that situation all the way down. She was just saying, like, guess what? The painting was so significant because again, let's understand my love language is gifts. And it's not like gifts how Jaysha thinks. Jaysha think, I want some Louis Vuitton luggage so we can go to Dubai or nothing like that. It's the little things. It's the things that speak personal to me. Like she was saying, Jaysha thinks that, oh, you're gonna pay for a trip to Switzerland or whatever, and you're wooing me. She's like, shit, you go on the trip yourself. You enjoying it. I'm talking about something for me personally, like this painting. And Jaysha was so hurt. Like he was so hurt, he had to keep his eyes closed, like for the tears from falling down. He was hurt, like I'm just doing the best I can or whatever. He couldn't take it because I guess he at that point he felt underappreciated. But guess what? Joy was giving him the real. Like I said, this subject always comes up about that love language. That love language is a real thing. You can have in your mind that you are Mr. or Mrs. Romance, but if you don't know your partner's love language, you absolutely could be doing better. You might be losing at this point because you think you're doing something big. Like, yeah, Jay should come in and guess what? I got a trip to Africa. Got your name on it. That's how I do for you. She like, I just want you to sing me a song about Africa or paint or paint me something or buy me a little keychain with my name on it. The little things, but he don't get it and he's offended and he's in his feelings. But I like that, Joy let him sit in it like he broke down. But yeah, this is what I need. This is how I need to be loved. At this point, I want Joya to get away from him. He's wasting her time. So that was it for the episode. Drop down in the comments. Tell me what you think. Something I missed, something you want to add. Let's talk about put a ring on it. I really like putting a ring on it. Again, I have a preference, just like Ebony K. Williams about the doctor, but that's me. Is it okay that I have my preference? So, like I always tell y'all could be anywhere in this YouTube world, but you're here with me. I really appreciate it, and I really mean it.